To access the Permeation and Degradation module from the AnsellGUARDIAN Chemical landing page, go to the Permeation and Degradation Database tile. You can click on either the name or the arrow in order to access it. By doing that, it's going to give you access to thousands of chemicals and products combinations. While you can access the application without an account, we encourage you to register to create an account to have access to more chemicals and functionality, and to be able to download reports. So when you select Permeation and Degradation Database, it's going to open up this screen that you will see. Now you can search and add chemicals to the product table. Search chemicals based on either the chemical name or the CAS number. For example, I can enter the chemical toluene, or I can add a CAS number. So I'll add a CAS number of a chemical, which happens to be formaldehyde. And you can see there's a number of different chemical concentrations. I'm going to select the 37%. As you can see, once a chemical is added, its permeation data is shown for up to 10 gloves in the hand protection table. And you can see I'm in hand protection, but I could easily go to body protection and I could toggle between the two. And I'm going to go back to hand protection. Please note that the 10 gloves are presented in the table are not necessarily the gloves that have the best chemical performance against the chemicals you entered. Instead, they are added to the table by default to show how the performance of the gloves made of different materials and thicknesses varies based on the chemicals entered. If you want to remove the default list of products, click on the checkbox next to Remove, and then click on Remove. And now you will see your products have been removed and your table will look like this. Then you could create your own list of products based on the criteria you want. It could be based on the Ansell products available in your inventory or based on the customers you serve. To create your own list of products and search for Ansell products, you do that by going to Add Products. So let's search for product 93-260. And I'm going to select that. And now you'll see that product was added here to the table. And now let's add product 53-001. And now you can see what your table looks like at the moment. You can always switch back to the regional default products that contain the initial 10 gloves of different materials by selecting the default products. And also notice that this application can also suggest products based on the permeation time against the product you entered. To do so, remove all products from the table. And I'm also going to remove all of the chemicals by selecting Remove. Now I want to search and enter some more chemicals. I'm going to enter methanol, and butyl acetate. The system makes suggestions in the Also Consider These Products. Click Add to Product to add the suggested gloves you want to see in the table. I'm going to select a few. And now your table should look like this. If you want to sort the products based on their performance, click the Sort button. And the gloves will be ordered from best to worst in the left to right sequence. For hand protection, the permeation data is displayed as ASTM F739. Or it could be EN ISO 374, just by clicking this. Besides the permeation data, you can also see the degradation ratings by simply clicking on the drop-down next to permeation chart, select degradation chart. You can also see both permeation and degradation charts at once by selecting combine charts. And you can see I just did that here. When you click on the arrow up here next to this information icon, you can see the hand protection legends for permeation breakthrough times as well as the degradation ratings. So this way you'll understand how to read these charts. Now I'm going to switch to body protection. And when I do that, in body protection, you'll notice the permeation data is represented in the form of BT 1.0 and BT 0.1, and you can filter between the two right here. And again, click on the arrow and you could see the legend for body protection so you understand how to read this chart. As in hand protection, you can switch between the different types of standards in body protection by clicking the drop-down menu. Doing that right here between the two standards. The body protection page has the same features as hand protection screen, except that the standards and the products are different. So sort, remove products, and so on are similar to the hand protection screen. In both categories, hand protection or body protection, you can delete products, you can delete chemicals one at a time by selecting a chemical here and select remove, or you could select remove and then click on a remove and it'll delete both the chemicals right there. So it's the same behavior. You can create and save this information in a report. By default, the reports are untitled, but you could enter a report name by selecting the edit pencil, and I'm going to call this your report, and I can click save. And if you wish to download the report, just click on download report, and you can select which chart type you want to display in a report. I can do permeation for hand and degradation or combined. I'm going to select these two, and I'll select the body protection BT 1.0, but I have the choice of the two to also do that. I can enter the organization name, and I can do that up to 100 characters. I could also upload a file. You could see the different file types that we support, and it's up to 1 megabyte. So I'm going to upload a file for a logo. And I could put recipient information. So I'll enter, let's put John Doe. And then I could also include the personal data. When you click on this information icon, this includes personal data information such as name, office details, and personal number. I'm going to click on download report. And now you can see my report was downloaded here. I'm going to open it. And here's my cover page. It has some of that information that I entered that I wanted to include. Here's the logo. You'll see your disclaimer, your legends for hand and body protection, and then you'll start seeing your permeation breakthrough times, information, degradation ratings, and for body protection, the same thing. Now to create a new report, click on Add New Report. And then you can see it brings you right back to the beginning so you can start putting in chemicals and generate a new report. You could delete the report that you just created by going into the Delete Report area here. And when I select that, are you sure you want to delete this report? You could say yes or no. I'm just going to say no for now. And if you want to see all the reports that you created, click on My Reports, and that is next to your username in the drop-down. And you go to My Reports. And now you have all the different reports that you created. You could either delete them right here by selecting the trash can, or you could re-download them immediately by selecting the download button. And if you want to get out of the Permeation and Degradation Database module and access other AnsellGUARDIAN chemical modules, simply go up to the hamburger menu You can navigate to the Advanced Chemical Product Selector or the Chemical Product Test Data right from here. I hope you enjoyed watching how to use the Permeation and Degradation Database module within AnsellGUARDIAN Chemical.